All right, can you say almost 100 pounds, folks? Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with Me. All right, before we hear from Jamie, let's review his goals for weeks 30 and 31. Okay, Jamie's had the same goals for quite a while now, folks. 20 carbs or less. He needs to be focused on, keto macros. That's 75% fat, 5% carb, 20% protein, or better in those areas. He also has a fasting goal of OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, although he can do more if he'd like to. And then he needs to focus on a clean style keto, which we like to call keto. All right, let's hear from Jamie.
Hey everybody, Jamie here. Want to give a quick update. Last 2 weeks have been real good. Almost 10 pounds of weight loss. I've been 2 weeks in the 230s, so feeling great about that. Blood pressure has been really good. Have an upcoming doctor appointment first week of January, so hoping maybe get off my blood pressure medications. The glucose has been, it's not coming down like I wanted it to. It's staying in the low 100s, so it's not bad. It just, I was hoping to stay below 100, but we'll just continue on and hopefully that'll stabilize back down and be back to where I need it.
Well, I like how relaxed Jamie is. I'm actually like beaming with excitement to kind of, go over his numbers and also give you my interpretation of it. So, all right, let me get to the numbers here. I'm going to scroll down here. As he mentioned, he had a 10-pound weight loss. That's phenomenal. We knew that, he had that, kind of stuck in the 240s for a little bit, but he was the same way with the 250s. And then he hit a spot and just, that's the point. You just keep doing it. You stay with it. You stick with it, even if you have weeks where you're like up and down, and boom, wow, it paid off. So that puts him at 82 pounds for 31 weeks. That's mega impressive. And I have, more on his weight loss here in just a minute when I get to my interpretation of it. So his blood glucose has been a little, difficult right now. His average for those 2 weeks is about 104. And he said, like he said, he's working on it. I think it's going to break. I'm not quite sure exactly why it keeps pegging up like that. But we'll get down to it here at some point. His ketones were 0.3 for those 2 weeks. Not bad, but also, you kind of want to try to stay in the 0.5 or above, for nutritional ketosis. His average Dr. Boz ratio was 310. He had average carbs of 17 over that period. He did squeak in a couple of 48-hour fasts, and the rest were OMAD. So he's doing that really, 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 really well. And he reached out to me one day and he asked me, he's like, hey, was it really hard when you got down to your goal weight? Like the closer you got, the harder to do the longer fast. And I did. I found it exactly the same way. I haven't done any real long fast since I've got to goal weight. A lot of times now, because I'm exercising so much, I need the energy. So, I'll eat at least, I've eaten breakfast actually a few times, but mostly what I do is 16/8. I'll do some OMADs, but I haven't done any long fast just like Jamie. I found it really hard when I got down there. He had average macro percents of 71% fat, 3% carbs, and 26% protein. So not too bad there. And all along trying to focus on a clean style of keto, which we like to call keto. I'm going to give you my, I always like to try to give you my interpretation or my, kind of like thoughts on this. So I mentioned earlier that, like at the very beginning when I did like the little hook into the video, it talked about, can you say almost 100 pounds, folks? And, but I just told you a minute ago that he's 82. But if you haven't seen Jamie's day zero, video, what happened was Jamie and I met through my brother, because my brother said, hey, someone wants you to, kind of help them with keto and kind of go down that path and, teach them about it and all that. And that's how I got introduced to Jamie. Well, Jamie and I talked, we talked on the telephone first, and I kind of gave him the lay of the land, what to kind of expect and what our relationship would look like as far as going back and forth, with, this, just doing this journey and stuff. And And then, you know, we agreed that 2 weeks from that date we would start. Well, Jamie, you know, went ahead and dove right in, because I did tell him, I said, I'm going to start you on low carb to begin with, and then I'll ease you into like the fat and, you know, some of the other things that kind of, you know what ketoers do. Well, Jamie, during that first 2 weeks, went ahead and already put himself doing low carb. So he lost 10 pounds before he and I even met. So I met him when he was, you know, like, started working with him when he was at 317 pounds. That is 82 pounds since then. If you add in the 10 pounds that he lost for the 2 weeks, I mean, he's coming down from 327. So he is literally 8 pounds away from losing 100 pounds. That is a phenomenal number. I mean, and you know, even if you added those 2 weeks to, you know, the 31 here, you're saying that he's almost lost, you know, he's lost 92 pounds in, you know, 33 weeks, you know, so it's not long he'll be at that 100. And we know that there's more to it than just, you know, the scale weight, but, you know, that is mega impressive. He's looking amazing, he's feeling amazing. And I mean, the blood glucose is definitely significantly less than what it used to be. So, you know, it's all moving in the right direction. And Jamie, you're killing it. So just keep doing what you're doing. You know, the blood glucose hopefully will come down sooner than later. If not, we'll keep doing it until it does. You know, some people might be wondering what your goal weight is. You know, we first talked, you said something maybe 220s, you know, like around 230 or something like that. But then as you started getting closer, you said, yeah, you kind of get why I said you'll know it when you know it, like when you start to get close. Like when I was about 4 or 5 weeks out, I knew that, okay, I was shooting for this range. You know, I ended up at 160, but now I'm hovering at this 165, 170. So just because you go to a number doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You know, I feel like we've not been there in a long time. So it's really hard to say, this is the number, this is where I'm going to live at. It's great to have a goal, but at the same time, you'll know it when you know it. So keep it up, Jamie. All right, so what are Jamie's week 32 goals? Well, they're the exact same as his goals that he's had. He can, you know, just, you know, focus on, you know, keeping the carbs down, the fat up, targeting the macro percents, shooting for some level of fasting, and, you know, whatever comfort level you are with, actually at this point, with any fasting that you're doing, and then focus on a clean style keto. So, all right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe so you can keto with me, but more importantly, so you can continue to get updates on Jamie. Also, if you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below. Just remember, nobody's perfect. Be a coach, not a critic, and take care. Wow. All right. All right.